I don't want to be in any relationship anymore because it's the only way to guarantee 100% not to be cheated on ever again. First time getting cheated on, never again. I don't want commitment, I don't want love, I don't want to invest in any woman. Casual relationships, that's all. I dated a girl for 1 month, told her I only wanted relationships and affection, told her I could see other men, that I really didn't care, told her I would see other women too. I had to break his heart last week because I wanted more, because I'm a great boyfriend if I want to, but I don't want to anymore. Can't get cheated on if I'm nobody's boyfriend. Never want to feel this humiliation ever again. Resigned to a life of futile and emotionally disconnected encounters. How can I change my mindset? Is it possible to trust 100% somebody else after getting cheated on, and if the max is 99%, what's the point of considering another long-term relationship? Comments. 1. I am in a new relationship after my ex-WS broke up our 25-year high school love story in the last hour. I almost entered inpatient services due to Susie *** ideation. Intense therapy and self-reflection lead me to the cure for all the pain and the ability to move forward. The real trick is trusting yourself. Yes, there is risk in commitment. Yes, there is pain if the ground shifts underneath your feet. Yes, that all sucks immensely. However, you have already been through and survived. The hardest thing. You did it. You now have the wisdom and understanding of self, others, and the legal process that occurs in the worst-case scenario. This is the worst of it. You now know you can handle whatever comes your way. You now know you have the strength to overcome. You now know the signs to look for and the ability to choose different things in a partner. You are not the same person you were before. Perhaps you are now better, albeit more discerning and wary, with the benefit of hindsight and hopefully foresight. The greatest gift of this whole experience for me was my understanding of my own fortitude in the face of intense trauma, and the loss of blind belief in magical marriage vows. It's a gift to understand that commitment is a daily process and not a foregone conclusion in a vacuum. Much like experiencing the death of a loved one and comprehending the beauty of life, witnessing the disintegration of my marriage helped me see that my own role and my partner's choices have to be consistent and continual. I love my new life and my new relationship. I still think about what if occasionally, and my breath catches in my throat to think about this current life falling like sand as well. But just like the first time, I will pick up the pieces and move forward. My ex took my past from me, but I refuse to give him my future as well. OP, you have already been through and survived. The hardest thing. You did it. You're right, can't get worse than that. But just like the first time, I will pick up the pieces and move forward. Thank you for this, too. But don't do what I did. Don't unleash your pain and anger at the opposite sex. Don't punish others for what one person did to you. I know because I've done those things. 3. I would agree, but first marriage ended because of an affair. Several years later I had found someone didn't want to married, said I can be faithful without marriage anyway. She so much wanted to be married. I agreed. 12 years into marriage found out she was cheating. Forgive her, thought we had worked it out. Fast forward 10 years she has another affair. I can't forgive, but the worst part is she had to be married but was the one who cheated. I was faithful and didn't want marriage. I truthfully don't know if all she had was 2 affairs. Never will know, but I don't think I can do marriage again. 4. I hear you. Married to a serial cheater whose decisions catapulted my entire life in a direction I would have never, ever decided for myself. His decisions have lifelong infractions on me. Nice, eh? It's why I have chosen the never again option. When you couple being disposed of by betrayal, used and lied to, and then you see others in relationships with partners who are flat-out narcissists, thanks, but no thanks. I do not ever want to have to deal with anybody else's drama like that again. I've had enough to last 2 lifetimes. Being emotionally disconnected, at least for me, is a viable and life-sustaining option. Others can get back into relationships. Frankly, life bless them for having the courage. I don't. 5. This happened to me after my ex utterly ruined me for anyone else. I didn't want a relationship. Hell, I didn't even want friends. I focused on me and my family/kids. I didn't think I would ever date again. One day, by pure chance, I met a guy that was patient, broke down my walls, became my best friend, then stole my heart. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. My kids/family love him, I love his family, we are amazing together. I never knew I could feel loved as much as he loves me. I never knew this kind of love existed. October 10th would go through everything I went through if it led me to him again. Take time for you. Don't look for anything, a special connection will find you when the universe knows you're ready. OP, it's nice to hear some people are patient and caring enough to break the walls we put there. You give me hope, thank you. 6. I understand completely. My last 3 long-term relationships, including a 12-year marriage, ended with infidelity. My life is a series of ONS and FWBs. I refuse to make commitments. Why take a chance? 7. I'm not sure it's the healthiest way, but I agree with you. After I was cheated on, I took note of what she was like and murdered the good girl version of myself. I became the hottest and worst version of myself, and it's more fun this way, TBH. There's a reason people cheat, and understanding the psychological reasons and using them in my relationships has given me more joy than just playing by the rules. My therapist might disagree, but what does she know? I'm still more ethical, and I could never lie or run around on someone though. It makes me incredibly angry to even consider being the other woman. 8. For me the trick is, I think so, I haven't had the chance to find it out, is not trust with that for a very prolonged time and have a very long vetting period. I will be more me in the future and less we. Also, I make an effort to never lie to myself about how I get treated. Very important to me in everyday dating. As it is called, I match their energy. 9. It looks like you HV given up trusting women for good. I can't blame you, man, for going down that path in life. I used to a friend, he's gone quite recently, R.I.P. James, who held by his belief that no women could be trusted. He told me this: why buy the cow when you can buy the milk? I thought he was being funny and that it was a joke until one day I found my wife cheated on me with a close friend of mine. I was so devastated and had gone Susie *** reeling FRM, the aftermath. It was painful and traumatic with all the troubles and suffering she put me through. I thought I could never trust another woman, or at least I find it difficult to give my trust to another woman after that. I don't want to be in any relationship anymore, BC. It's the only way to guarantee 100% not to be cheated on ever again. Yeah, you are absolutely right. 10. You know there's always a chance you'll die even ever you drive. So do you? Every plane ride could be your last. Do you stop eating altogether because the last meal made you sick? Listen, I get it, like I've stated in other posts, I got cheated on. And went back out there to get cheated on again, and you know what, it sucks. But the thing is, if you aren't also learning from the failure, learning the signs of when someone is being shady, learning which boundaries are best for you, and what you will do, not should do, if they are crossed. Much like the first time you played a game, or a sport, or nearly anything that requires experience to be the best version of itself, you need to fail, you need to fall sometimes, because those times are more of a learning experience. You learn what not to do, what not to accept, what not to rug sweep, and what not to let go. If, when you're ready to try this again, just write down rules you must make yourself follow, and explain your new set of boundaries to your next flame, because knowing what you want, and what you don't want, is a huge sign of maturity. Which is one hell of a plus for the one sitting across from you. You take all the time you need to heal, but just remember that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky / Michael Scott. OP, writing down rules and boundaries for myself and others is a great advice, much easier to enforce them if you can actually read them again. Made the mistake of thinking I would remember everything in my head, much harder to bend these rules if they are written down. Thanks.